journey that I had in Bhutan in 2018, so it wasn't that recent. But before I got that, just to rewind to 2015, that's my own personal journey to peace. I organized a World Peace event here in New York for Teresa Nackley. She's the founder of Museum of the Future Foundation. Her goal for peace is to build a peace museum in the Golan Heights. And those know the Middle East, I mean, there's a lot of wars all around the world, but the Middle East has been at war for literally thousands of years. So that was her goal, and she motivated me so much that on that day, 2015, we created our collective, like you said. Okay? So what is our collective? Our collective is a global organization of activists. I make no bones of mine, I'm very, very active on a lot of causes, a lot of great artists, and a lot of great artisans as well. So we married a holistic model that integrates the art, the business, and the charity, the ABC. But we're not just about talking, we're about walking. So even from that young bird, we are about building bridges for peace. Like everyone said, we have no peace, we're going to end up like a dinosaur, extinct. So some of the bridges that we're building, like with this great man here, by the way, elect him, he's going to go for election next year, so make sure you elect him for Lord of New York. Someone has to worry, right? So our collective are working with his foundation, GPK Foundation, to unite the great city of Newark. That's in New Jersey, by the way, because you New Yorkers don't know. We're in we have one great, one supporter up there. So our goal, talking about doing the war, is to twin the great city of Newark with the great city of Baranaga, which is the second most popular city in Nepal. So that is the kind of bridging that we're doing. And to my fellow West African colleagues, I call them my brothers and sisters. Part of that journey of our collective in 2018, I went to Nigeria. I was blessed to go to Nigeria in 2018, 2019. I already returned in 2020, both for COVID. Okay? In 2018, I went to Abuja. I went to the presidential villa from one extreme to meet the president's wife, down to the refugee camp in the other extreme. So I got to see both extremes. Okay? So I hear the pains of these refugees. I have friends that come from the Vietnamese community. I've seen their growth, all right? Now, I'm going to tell you why Bhutan is so critical to peace and why the UN needs to listen. Because I am part of the director on two NGOs, as I said, Museum Future Foundation, Global Empowerment Movement. We do action plan based on the 17 SDG. You all here are expert on that, okay? 17 SDG is there to build good body, good mind. But what they forgot is the soul.
Yes.
Nothing in that 17 SDG relates to the soul of humanity. That is why ultimately the 17 SDG on its own will not solve the world problem. Okay? So for all those UN, I know you should be part of that SDG. There should be an 18 SDG. One of them should be on the soul itself. And this is where Bhutan comes in. I went 2018 on a spiritual journey to Nepal and Bhutan. In Bhutan, I was taken by a guide. She took me, showed me this, she said, you know this? No, it's the Buddha tree. That's where Buddha sat and got enlightened. He said, if you pick a leaf on the Buddha tree, and you see an image of Buddha, it will bring you good luck. So I went, I picked the leaf, and guess what? I saw an image of Buddha, which I show my family, which I show my guide, which is on there, so you'll see the image of Buddha. Now, I'm a nuclear physicist, I repeat, I am a nuclear physicist, okay? I am not some, priest or whatever, okay? So for a nuclear physicist to pick, so I asked her, thinking maybe there's an image of Buddha on all the Buddha leaves. So I asked her, have you ever has anyone seen an image of Buddha on a Buddha leaf? And she's saying, my 20 years, never. Okay? So that brought me, not good luck, that awakened me. That awakened me to the most important part of peace. Okay? Which the United Nations has forgotten, and it should be 18 SDG. And that is, you all know it, and shame for the UN and other governments are not talking about it. That is love, okay? For a nuclear citizen, okay? I am a proud mummy daddy, all right? My mummy in heaven, okay? So the spiritual aspect of it, that is the soul, which the UN, now I understand, don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming UN for that, because it's a hard topic, right? I'm a nuclear citizen, right? How can you write an equation for God, the soul, the spirit? So it's not that I'm so naive that, you know, like, example, again, the walking, through our collective, we went to Nigeria, our group, I have to shout out to Riocom Group Holding, our partner in Nigeria, which is going to invest with our South Korean partner, Wushin Engineering. They built the Ichin Airport. We're going to invest and build the largest and best airport in Nigeria, in the whole of Africa. Okay? So that is the walking that we're doing as part of the SDG program. The physical part of it, which is necessary, right? The reason why there is crisis in Nigeria is the economic collapse in the Chad Basin. Because the water, when the speaker, I forgot his name, mentioned it, climate change, okay? It impacts, yes, you're absolutely spot on. Therefore, our collective is trying to solve those problems, the water problem, the food problem. Those are the physical needs of humanity, okay? Now, the mind part of humanity, my beautiful wife there, Andrew Wen, who's a filmmaker, okay? She created One Humanity, One Will to deliver free education to the rest of the world, okay? That's another important part of the United Nations 17 SDG. But to all the United Nations that is listening in, do not forget the most important part of it, the Holy Trinity of real peace, of real sustainability, of real balance. The physical, the mind, but don't ever forget the soul. So please, when 2030 comes around, add another SDG into it. So it's 18 SDG, all right? Call it love, call it spirituality, call it God, call it whatever you want. Call it about loving your mother, call it about loving your nation. But we need love in that 18 SDG from here. And again, I have to thank my great brother, Somnath, for inviting me to the great event. I have to thank my beautiful wife, Affirm, the man who met God, is out for release end of the year. My brother there, Daniel, is a very talented musician. He wrote the composition for the music for that. And to my beautiful family, Linda and Gavin. Linda's probably hiding somewhere. She knew I was going to call them out. But most importantly, I want to thank you all, because you all took time and effort to come here, to listen, and hopefully, like our collective and like Somnath, is to also take action. But the one thing this arrogant, unloving physicist got to learn is that love is the most important aspect of this world. So much love to you all, and with that, hopefully we will bring peace to this world of ours, okay? God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.